my dear, you and I have been close. I am aware that there were times when I appeared like a faraway echo, and my voice was obscured by clouds that were impossible to perceive. You asked me if I had turned my face away and asked where I was. Even so, I was communicating with you in the silence you dreaded, not through thunder or a flurry of signs, but through something more profound. I was communicating through the quiet. You didn't understand the pause I was using to speak. In what seemed like absence, I was there. You have experienced quiet days and times when every prayer seemed to fall on silence. Nevertheless, my hands were closest to your soul during those times. Type 111 if you are ready to receive God's peace today. What you referred to as silence was actually the sacred quiet of heaven, getting ready to heal you from the inside out. I am aware of the pain you have been trying to hide. I have witnessed the silent conflicts that no one else could see. You've learned how to operate despite suffering, how to smile with a hurting heart, how to stride onward while lugging the weight of unanswered questions. But child, you were never created to carry it alone. You weren't created to handle suffering without my presence. In my divine wisdom, I allowed the silence not to hurt you, but to draw you into the depths of my being. For too long noise has distracted you. The constant motion, the rush to prove, the pressure to hold everything together. It has emptied your soul. That is why I led you into stillness, not to abandon you, but to meet you in a way the world could never offer. In the silence, I'm not watching you from afar. I'm breathing life into the places that screamed for help. You felt I wasn't replying, but I was doing something greater. I was repairing, reconstructing, and rebuilding what was damaged in realms beyond your consciousness. Because healing doesn't always come with noise. Sometimes it comes with hallowed quiet, a calm so full of me that washes wounds too deep for words. If you trust in God's protection, type 222 and forward this video to 7 others. Your love and support mean everything to us as we continue sharing God's message of hope, faith, and blessings. If this message has touched your heart, we humbly invite you to show your gratitude by giving at least $120 super thanks each month. Your generosity helps us create more uplifting content that inspires souls and brings people closer to God. By clicking the super thanks button below, you're not just supporting our work, you're becoming a part of this divine mission to spread God's love to those who need it most. Thank you for your kindness. Stay blessed, stay joyful, and may God's grace always be with you. There is something I want you to understand. The silence you've experienced is not the silence of absence, but the silence of intention. The room must be silent, still, and focused. while a surgeon performs delicate inner tissue repairs. Suddenly I, the great physician, have been addressing the parts of you that no one can see, the trauma you chose not to discuss, the betrayal that caused your self-esteem to crumble, the setbacks that gradually undermined your faith. They were all visible to me. I didn't look away, I never shrugged them off. I placed you in a safe and sacred silence so I could touch those places gently. You see, not all healing comes with lightning. Not every breakthrough needs to be loud. Some of the greatest transformations happen when the world grows quiet and my spirit moves like oil on dry skin, soft, slow and holy. And this is where you are, in that holy place, in that soft wind moment. Like Elijah when he stood waiting for me. The fire passed, the earthquake passed, the wind passed, but then came the still small voice, and it carried my fullness. Many around you may not understand this season. They may interpret your quietness as weakness, your withdrawal as confusion, but I call it preparation. I call it intimacy, I call it healing, and I call it good, because while the world rushes to speak, I am forming a new language inside of you, one of trust, surrender, and divine alignment. If you are ready to embrace God's love, type 333 and share this video. I am realigning your thoughts with truth, renewing your mind with my peace, and inviting you to breathe again deeply, fully, freely. This is not the end of your strength. It's the beginning of my strength in you. Let me speak this to your spirit now. There is nothing wrong with you. You are not behind, you are not late. You are not damaged beyond repair. You are in progress, you are in me. What I have began in the stillness, I will bring to fulfillment in the light. You do not have to push your healing. You only need to remain in my presence. Stay with me here, do not hurry out of the stillness. Before it complete its sacred job, the world may press you to hurry, to create, to explain. But I am asking you to rest, to accept, to just be with me. This is your holy pause. This is the moment I sketched out long before time started. You were never supposed to skip this stillness. It is part of your becoming, and I'm showing you aspects of myself in this silence that you couldn't see amid the commotion. I am showing you who you really are, the one I imagined before you breathed your first breath, not the one molded by suffering or other people. And you are a masterpiece, my dearest, not a fixable issue, not a failure to be pitied, but a kid to treasure type for 144. If you believe in God's wisdom, come sit in the stillness with me, what the world cannot speak. Let me whisper, allow me to fill in the holes. You attempted to fix on your own. Allow me to remind you of your identity, not based on your actions, but rather on who I am inside you. Emptiness is not what this is. Presence is this. There is no weight here. This is design. I'm not ignoring you. Where reruing you, you've entered a healing quiet. You don't realize how much you affect me. You just as you are. Not as you would want to be. Not the way others think you should be. I totally understand every secret aspect of you, and wholeheartedly accept it. I've seen every thought you've had, every weakness you've struggled with, and every worrying you've suppressed. Even now I have never turned my gaze away. I am aware of your difficulties. I am aware of your self-comparison. I understand how you feel inadequate at times, and too much at others. I am aware of your actions while no one was looking, and yet time and again I choose you. There was nothing wrong with me when you were created. I did not miss anything. I wasn't rushed or preoccupied. Everything about you was planned. Your biography, your design, every aspect of your personality, all of it was deliberate. You're not a stranger. You cannot be replaced. You are more than just another person in the throng. You were made by hand with eternity in mind. Type 555. If you are ready to receive God's healing today, even today I'm restoring that reality, despite life's attempts to twist it. When I look at you, let me tell you what I see. Failure doesn't seem to me. I see no harm. I do not perceive not enough. I see a person who has endured hardships that would have destroyed others. Even when they feel empty, I see someone who consistently shows up. Even when it seems like everything is crumbling, on the inside, I see someone who is making an effort above all else. I see my kid, my dear. My happiness, the one I died for, is here, for whom I rose anew, the one I put on this planet for a reason that suffering, guilt, or regret cannot reverse. Beyond what has occurred to you, you are so much more. Your wounds are not reflected in you. The sound of my redemption is you. There is something immortal inside you that neither the world nor hell can take away. I am the light inside your spirit that has remained bright even throughout the darkest times. I gave you that spark, and I've been waiting for this moment, fanning it and protecting it. This is turning. This comes back. I am aware of your weariness from struggling to establish your value, from acting, from performing, and from faking. You don't need to prove anything to me, however. So listen up. You didn't. What you could do for me is not the reason I chose you. Type 666. If you are ready for God to work miracles in your life, I adore you, which is why I choose you. I wanted you, therefore I picked you right from the start. relationships, not religion, were always the focus. Not performance, but connection. Not hiding, but healing. You've attempted to hide parts of your heart from me as well. Some parts seem too difficult, too messy, or too embarrassing. However, I don't fear your mess. Your difficulty is not surprising to me. I came just for that purpose. I come to make everything right, to transform what seems irreparable into something magnificent. Before approaching, you don't have to tidy up. All you have to do is come. Bring your true self, raw and unadulterated. I've already seen everything, and I want you all. I would sacrifice everything for you. I wait for you not with condemnation, but with open arms. Don't wear my heart out, my kindness never runs out. Your most recent, wise choice is not the foundation of my affection. It is predicated on my identity. And I don't change, I am unwavering. I have patience, I'm nice. I'm close, and I'm contacting you out of want, rather than expectations. You were missed, not your flawless prayers. Not the best version of you. You were missed, the silent spirit behind the cacophony. The soft heart that once thought I was near. That version of you is still alive, still attainable, I still own it. Type 777 if you are ready to walk in God's light. You wouldn't ever question if you're alone again. If you only understood how much I want to walk with you, you wouldn't ever question your value again. If you only knew how often my thoughts are directed at you. I am aware of your journey. I am aware of your suppressed tears. I am aware of the burden you have carried, thinking you had to bear it alone. But I've never abandoned you, kid. I spent the night seasons with you, when no one else saw I was holding you. You never even saw the conflicts I was defending you from, and now with love rather than force, I am calling you back into completeness. I want you to breathe again, not just physically, but spiritually. I want you to feel again not the pain, but the wonder. I want to ignite your soul, your pleasure, your purpose. Life does not have to be numb. Peace doesn't have to be faked. Peace is who I am. I'm here too. I create everything fresh. So let's start over, not because you failed. Allow me to provide my perspective on you. Allow me to breathe life into your arid spaces. Allow me to guide you into clarity and out of the haze. Even when you lost faith in yourself, I continued to believe in you. This is your polite comeback, type 888. If you believe in God's timing, not an order, not a journey of guilt, just a gentle reminder, return to me. Return to love, return to silence. Return to safety. I won't turn you away. I won't embarrass you. I won't ask for anything you can't provide. All I desire is your heart, and I'll take care of the rest when you give me that. I swear, perhaps in murmurs or mute cries, you have questioned me. Why did it have to hurt this much? And even if your words didn't always make it to your lips, they resonated strongly inside your heart. I listened to all of them. I observed every tear, every query, and every night you stayed up trying to figure it all out. Evil does not originate with me. I also don't like your suffering. I will tell you the truth, however. Even though I never send pain, I never squander it. You have things inside of you that only come out when you're broken. Some roots only get deeply rooted after the winds have swept away the comforts of the surface, and without traversing the valleys you pleaded with me to stay away from, you would never be able to experience certain aspects of my presence. You didn't want to go through that. I know that. I am aware that you prayed for me to remove it. I did hear you too, however. I cared more about your recovery than your fleeting solace. What you couldn't see, I saw. Type Amen if you are ready to receive God's abundant blessings. I saw what would happen to you if you gave over that agony to me. Here you are now, still alive, still hopeful, still mine. And I'm not done with you yet. Not even close, get closer. Take a nap here. What previously frightened you is now heavenly quiet, allowed to do its task, because that quiet little voice will soon, very soon, swell into a joyful melody. You'll also notice that I never kept quiet. All along I was singing over you. Please subscribe to support our channel and turn on bell notification.